This is obviously an expensive venture.
Sure.
We know that from Dennis Rodman's agent that an Irish company, Paddy Power, paid for the travel expenses, but his agent says that Rodman was not paid by the North Korean government. So I'll ask you, were you paid for this game by anyone?
Yeah, you know what? First of all, in twofold. One, absolutely we were paid. It wasn't as much as, you know, the guys usually get paid when they do stuff with me or our group, but absolutely. I mean, the guys, all
well, how
of us
much was
are
it
top
then?
in the world.
It's a question I typically wouldn't ask, but how much were you paid?
Let me finish answering the question.
Go ahead.
There's no different than a top CEO of a company retiring and becoming a consultant. So if anybody has an issue with us being compensated, that's absurd.
How much were you paid?
And that was the answer to your. Why should I mention? It's none of anyone's business how much we got paid.
I think it gets to motive.
And there's
no
reason for me to answer that.
I think it gets to motive because I think there are a lot of people who ask
why does it have to be?
Why would a person go to North Korea for a birthday gift for Kim Jong-un? And the first half of the interview, the first 25 minutes, we talked about cultural exchange.
Sure. Victor, we already.
And now we're talking about
we
the
already
check.
we already answered the question.
I mean, I think
about
people are wondering who paid you.
Victor, we already answered the question. We already answered the question about the birthday date and all that. So we're beyond that.
Okay.
But what I'm saying to you is, why would anybody have an issue with us being compensated? Now, who compensated us? Paddy Power had pulled out. So the trip was off and on. And then Paddy Power, along with our documentary film crew, paid for the expenses and gave guys honorarium to continue to do the trip. Now, when I say it's more than money and it wasn't about that, it was about the trip. I had an opportunity to go somewhere to a recluse country that no one goes to. We were invited by the Olympic committee from North Korea that it assured our safe passage in and out, which they did. And it was an experience. I think the information we gathered and what we saw, it was an experience.
And do you, looking back at that now and knowing everything we know, do you have regrets about anything, any part of this?
No, I have no regrets at all. I think I spent most of my time with a gentleman by the name of Ri Jung-moo, who was the sports minister there in North Korea. We shared a lot of stories about, he played soccer there in North Korea. We shared a lot of stories about sports and how they train and different things. And I believe, I don't know in the foreseeable future, but I believe that there are going to be positive outcomes from this. And there are already